that's right. So what are you gonna do when everyone who's close to you can't see you all the time? So what are you gonna say? Why don't you let me play?
All right, welcome back, everyone. Roman Anton Podcast. I am delighted, and to show how little prep work we did on this, I'm going to call you Tun. T-U-L is how it's spelled if I'm translating that.
It's T-U-L, pronounce it Tun.
Waitoonkiat.
Waitoonkiat.
And I called you Tul Y for several years because that's your Instagram
name.
So I'd yell, "Hey, Tul Y" down the street when I drive by, and you wouldn't look. So thanks for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thanks for inviting me too.
Yeah, no, it's I'm a big fan. Seen you around town at some spots, Speaker Box being one.
Thank you.
And have really enjoyed your live shows. And so that was my first exposure to you, was seeing you play live. And I was like, wow, these guys are a lot of fun. And so when I started to look into you, you have a pretty long career as a Bangkok band.
Yep. It's almost 25 years.
Yeah, anniversary.
Next year is going to be our 25th year.
So you can be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame now because you've been, what's it, 20? So
I've been around for a long time. And, we've been together for almost a quarter of century.
That's awesome.
Without changing members.
One thing, it's hard for me to do searching online when I have to rely on the translation. And so there's not a lot of history of you before your first album, which I've now been told, I got to correct my notes, is Bangkok Love Story, so 2003. So did you grow up in Bangkok?
Yeah, I grew up in Bangkok. And before I have a band, this band, Apartment Khunpa, I used to have a band called Mai and Ja.
Right.
That released a CD and a cassette in 2001.
Oh, was that Downtown Symphony or was
the
that
Downtown Symphony? That was my first real studio album. But Mai and Ja lifespan was very short. So after that, we kind of took a break, and then a bassist from Apartment Khunpa at that time called me up and told me that he needed a songwriter, because he and Bon, the guitarist, and Ja, the drummers, they were jamming. They had a lot of good music, but they didn't have a songwriter at the time.
Oh, interesting.
So he phoned me up and to ask me if I had some spare time to work with them. So, at that time, I didn't think it was gonna be like a permanent project.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna just go to their house and, let's have a jam, let's have a drink and have fun, and that's it. But then accident happened, I think, like when I went there and we were starting jamming, and then it was like a click, and I don't know, I just had a lot of ideas come up in my head, and 25 years later it became this.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's a long journey.
So you mentioned all the guys there. So Mai was the first guy you met.
Mai is a bassist.
Bass player.
Yeah.
And then you said Ja, and he's the
Ja
drummer.
is a drummer.
Yeah. And so
Bon, a guitarist.
Tissarak, Lim Silla.
Yeah, Tassarak, this is Ja.
Okay. And then the name we talked about earlier, Ball, who you introduced me to, is your lead guitarist.
Lead guitar, and then we have Pam, a rhythm guitarist. Yeah. Pam joined Apartment Khunpa, the last one. He was the last one who joined the band. It took me about almost 2 months to make sure that this really gonna work. So, and then I phoned Pam up and then say, hey, come on, now we have something for you to fill in. We need some strong riff and funky guitar. So when he came in, Apartment Khunpa, it was complete. So we got a jazz guitarist, a reggae bassist, a jazz drummer, a funk rock guitarist, and me as a songwriter. So the band completed.
Okay, so what are you in that? You're the songwriter, but are you funky? Are you reggae or what?
No, I bring in rock and hip hop into
Right,
it.
right. I mean, that's what I would have said, but I was wondering what you were thinking you were in. And so Downtown Symphony was
Right.
more rock.
More rock, more like grungy.
Yeah.
Yeah, raw, dirty sound. But unfortunately, it was very short that we had working on that project. But it was good fun at that time. The wild period of life. Party a lot and getting drunk, wasted in the studios.
Yeah, sure, of course. Who was the big music? Who were the leaders of music in that 2000 time period that were influencing you, that were Thai, and then maybe that were not Thai?
At that time in the 2000, I listened to a lot of kind of music, many kinds of music, because I also a record collector.
Yeah.
So I listened to music, I think, out of my boundary too. So in the 2000, what influenced me a lot was hip hop, drum and bass, electronic music, and of course modern alternative rock. But I would say hip hop culture influenced me a lot. I would go out at night partying, not to rock music, but to electronic music, hip hop, drum and bass, and that kind of stuff.
And so, did you live in Bangkok then?
In 2000, yes, I live in Bangkok. Yeah, I was away from Bangkok during the 90s.
Okay, so this is what I wanted to hear. So prior to that, let's just call it your youth. You're young. When you were in school or not? Did you go to school or?
I started an elementary school in Bangkok, right?
Okay.
And then high school in Bangkok too. And in 1993, 94, I was an exchange student.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I had a chance to go to the U.S.
Where?
To Sonoma, California.
Jeez, sort of high-end exchange student.
Yeah, so I spent a year there and
that's funny.
Away from home. The first time away from home.
Wow.
And
were you in a host family or did you live?
Yeah, I live in an American family, and they were treating me like a son.
Huh.
Yeah.
You still keep in touch with them?
Yes, I'm still very close with them.
All right. Well, if they watch this video, you can say hello.
Hello.
Sonoma. So wine country, beautiful landscape,
Right.
fruits and vegetables that are strawberries like this. The whole thing is
Right, but I was too young to be drinking wine at that age.
Yeah, but still, it's the land of plenty, right? It's just sort of this
Right.
what in the world type place,
Beautiful place.
Yeah, sort of not even
nice landscape. Yeah,
like a Disney, like the real Disney. Right? It's interesting. Are there places like Sonoma to you in Thailand?
Khao Yai.
Yeah, sure.
Khao Yai, similar to Sonoma. And now they can produce wine too.
Right, but is it the same mentality, sort of hippie-ish or not even hippie-ish, but like of the earth?
Yeah.
Farming mixed with enjoyment.
Good life and good food, and get
Healthy.
in touch with nature.
Huh.
And more relaxing. Yeah.
Because that sort of seems like my image of you and your music is sure, it's rock for sure, and sure there's rap and you do your rap. It seems like it is a positive energy. Was the Sonoma part of the makeup of that, or was that just a lucky shot?
It was a big part of becoming a songwriter too. I think I wrote my first song in Sonoma.
Nice.
I listened to Pathom Pon album that my friend sent me. He sent a CD. It's a double album. So when I was away, I listened to that album, เจ้าหญิงแห่งดอกไม้เจ้าชายแห่งทะเล and then it inspired me.
Does that mean something in particular?
เจ้าหญิงแห่งดอกไม้ mean the princess of Flora.
Right.
เจ้าชายแห่งทะเล mean the prince of the sea.
It's
a double album.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't figure that out when I was doing the search because it rejected Prince of the Sea, but Princess of Flowers. So we spoke about him, and I was able to find that Pathom.
Pathom Pon.
Yeah, so same name or same spelling twice. I'm not sure if that's common or uncommon, but
his name and his last name is the same.
Yeah.
So it's not common for Thai people to have a name like this.
Right. I mean, there are some cultures where that's easy to find. So you heard him here, took him with you to Sonoma, wrote your first song. Were you getting American influences there?
A lot of American influence, because over there I could easily find CDs in a cheap price. I bought a lot of CDs. They have like a CDs club.
Yeah.
Where you buy CDs by mail.
Right.
And,
RCA.
you buy 5 and you get another 5 for free. So I was heavily influenced by American music at that time from listening to all those CDs.
Who were the rappers you liked?
Well, I started like hip hop later in college years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Run DMC or Jay-Z or
Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys, okay.
Yeah, Beastie Boys, Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
De La Soul, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And how about rock and roll alongside that?
Rock and roll, I started as a kid, so I started like a Thai band first.
Which one?
And then I explore more into American or UK music.
Okay, who are the Thai bands you liked, rock and roll?
Hilek Phai, do you know them?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
The Olan Project.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they were more like metal influence rock band.
Heavier.
Yeah.
And were they visible when you got back to Thailand? Did you go to see them? Because
I've seen them a few times. Hilek Phai in my life. Yeah.
Yeah, I just Joe Cummings, right? Like he said his first live show, Frank and I was Jim Morrison, The Doors, in a hotel in Washington D.C. What was your first concert? Do you remember?
Oh, my first concert in my elementary school.
Nice.
Yeah, I've seen a Thai legendary pop band, Nuvo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Joe.
Do you know Nuvo?
Joe. Yeah, I saw them play at.
P. Joe, P. Gong. Yeah.
Yeah. Very slick, cool sound and pretty refined over time,
and
right?
that time I was at 6th grade and Nuvo was big hit.
Yeah, they sort of carry that forward to today commercially, right? I see him on advertising cars and stuff, and
you see him around every day.
He's a legend.
Yeah.
And so that was rock and roll to you guys there. Yeah, they had a sort of pretty rock pop.
Yeah,
look.
pop and rock.
Yeah.
And they all play music instruments.
Yeah, spiky haircuts.
Yeah, and they look good.
Yeah, right.
So girls love them too.
Yeah, and so that was that one of those? I see these like on Soy 22. There's a big school. I'll see sometimes some young singers will come in and they'll have the whole school outside watching these musicians come.
Right.
That's a very weird thing for me to see. I don't see that in the United States that much or ever.
We did some school tours too.
Nice.
Khunpa. We visited school campus and perform rock music.
That's like energetic crowd, right?
Right.
Screaming, yelling.
Building, I think, make them comfortable with rock and roll when they were young.
Yeah.
So when they grow up, they become
disciples.
rockers.
Yeah, right. If you can't play too loud because they got those young ears. So, well, that's interesting. And so Nuvo.
And Micro, have you heard of this?
Yeah, I have. I haven't listened much. I'm going to go back and check though.
So all these type of Thai band at that time, they were mainstream. So I mean, you go everywhere, you can hear their music. You go to the department store, ice cream shop, you will hear this kind of music. So I was I was listening to this stuff before I dig American or UK music. But when I was in what you call Mo3, about 9th grade.
Right.
At that time I would have my own money that I can buy my own cassettes after school. So I start digging more of the American rock band.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to ask this question because you've put some bright lines down. You've said, I was listening to Thai rock first,
because it's everywhere, right?
Right.
On the radio.
Did you reject foreign rock as like...
Oh, no, I didn't reject, but at that time when I was young, I didn't know much about foreign rock music, right?
Right.
So when I was in 9th grade, in Thailand we call Mo3, Mathayom 3. and I would have my own pocket money, right?
Right,
So I
right.
would go to Siam Square and I start to shop
Yeah.
to afford to buy a cassette. At that time, there was like what do you call counterfeit, right?
Sure.
Counterfeit cassette.
Yeah.
Only 30 baht,
Yeah, right.
right? So I would go to a shop called Do Re Mi at that time and buy all these cheap cassette tapes.
Yeah.
So I would learn more about American bands.
Frank has the same story, and it's funny because do you remember this? They were called cutouts. Like
I didn't remember
you'd get
the
an
cutout.
album and they'd cut the corner out if it didn't sell.
That's a promo.
No, it would be like
The one that they would destroy it afterward, right?
Well, Apartment Khunpa, let's say they do 1 million albums and then they only sell 200, and at some point people have to move the stock, and I think they would cut the corner out and say it's a cutout and you could buy it
Okay.
cheaper. But
Right.
Frank and I would talk about this when I first got here. Billy Joel albums in the Philippines, it wasn't like The Stranger or 52nd Street. It was like earlier albums, Turnstile or Piano Man. And his musical knowledge was very funny when I got here. Like Little River Band was a big favorite of his. And I was like, how does that get to the Philippines? You know, and I'm not saying that America is the center of the world for music ever, but it's just, it's funny how you guys have that same thing as you go to the bin and you got your support your local record store shirt on, right? So it's,
And that time I admit I did something wrong. I bought counterfeit products.
there you go.
But
It's
not anymore.
Statute of limitations, right? We don't do that. And especially as a musician, you're sort of probably have a soft spot.
I stopped
like,
doing that
So-
long time ago.
so the no albums were sort of pasting. You wouldn't buy an album or a disc or a 45. That was too late.
At that time, you know, when I was 15 years old, right?
Yeah.
Cassettes was the only format
Right.
that I listened to,
Yeah.
right? So we didn't have a CD player yet.
Yeah.
And when I was about 16 or 17, then my dad bought me a CD player. So that
Right.
I started collecting CDs. But CD was expensive in Thailand.
Yeah.
It's about 400 or 500 baht, right? For American music CDs.
It's a lot now.
But when I went to the US and then I signed up to the CDs club, so cheap. I could buy 5 CDs and get another 5 or 6 for free. So yeah, I started building my CDs collection
yeah.
at 17
Yeah. You still have it?
during my Sonoma years.
Yeah.
I still have a lot of CDs with me now. You know, I bring a lot of CDs to DJ in clubs, bars too.
Yeah. And cassettes, you still have those old ones?
I still keep all
Yeah.
my CDs and music collections at home.
Albums,
Cassettes.
any, much?
LPs,
Yeah.
a lot of LPs too.
You're going to spin today at the Marshall Live House?
No, they borrow my records collection
Oh,
to
nice.
display.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so today they're gonna interview me about my inspiration
Oh, good.
that I get from those records.
Well, I'm gonna let them do that. I'll ask you about some, but that's a cool idea. So I'm looking forward to seeing that interview. But busy day for you, man on a mission here. So I guess what I'm trying to get at is it's interesting is so you have this heavy Thai influence in rock, and you go to the States, you onboard new American stuff. You're not resisting it. You like it, but you're a pretty fair player. You listen to everything, Thai, whatever. You come back after a year. Was your English, that's where you learned how to speak English there, or were you fluent when you got there to America?
I got better when
Yeah.
I got there, right? Because there's no one to talk to in Thai.
Yeah.
So you got to learn the language and,
Yeah.
start to have conversation with a lot of friends and our host family.
Yeah.
So when I came back to Thailand, so I thought I want to go to the universities in the US again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to get in touch with what I like.
Yeah.
At that time, I knew I want to be closer to music
Yeah.
because during my Sonoma year, I started writing my first song.
What was the first song? Do you remember it?
I remember it's called ชีวิตคือการเดินทาง
Okay.
I didn't record this song yet because the lyrics is quite, I don't know, it wasn't a song for a young kid at that time. I didn't know why I wrote that. It seems like this is a song for like an 80 years old man
Brokenhearted,
who's like almost ready to die.
reflecting back.
Yeah, so I think maybe the first song I wrote in my life gonna be the last song I record in my life, and that's gonna be a complete mission of my songs collection.
Huh.
Because the lyrics is about an old man like looking back at life and ready to face death. So I didn't know why I came up with that kind of idea at 17 years old.
Right. Well, I mean, but I think you've said it in some of your interviews. I mean, blank slate or a blank piece of paper, the creative process then is fresh.
And sometimes it doesn't seem like I created it.
Right. It's God-given or Buddha-given or
I don't know.
Came from space.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think you have a Pluto reference somewhere, but that's interesting. And so do you think, and I'm not saying you'd had this, but was there a classic Thai song or American song that you heard that was the old man view that infected your thinking, or were you reading books that had the old man, like Death in Venice or something like that, right? Or do you think this was just in your head? Do you think this was one of your original creations?
Maybe it came with me from past life. I don't know.
Yeah,
sometimes I kind of question myself, because I don't have any musical background at that time.
Right.
When I started listening to Pathom, right? It just touched me, and it made me want to write a song. So the first song that I wrote, I didn't have a guitar with me or a piano or a keyboard. I have a Walkman that can record voices. So I went into a bathroom and I sang. I sang my first song into a tape recorder. So that was the first technique I used for writing songs. Just sang into a cassette,
like
a Walkman cassette player.
The early version of voice memo, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That was my first technique of writing songs. And afterward, a few years after that, I would bought a guitar and learned a few chords.
Back here in Thailand?
No, in the US, during my university year.
Okay, so we got more US out here. So you come back, finish high school here.
I got a diploma in Sonoma.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I came back. I had nothing to do for a while. I went to New Zealand.
Nice.
For a few months.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very different.
Different. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of sheep.
And cold.
And nature too. And then, so a lot of free time. So I would spend time with friends and talking about music and jamming music and listening to all the bunch of CDs during the New Zealand years too.
Were you ever not going to be the front man? Were you always going to be the lead?
Oh, at that time I didn't know that I was going to be a front man. I just thought that I wanted to write a song.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I would become a front man. But at that time, after I started writing my first song, I look at the lyrics and I'm like a fan of my own self.
Yeah, that's
so
all right.
I believe that this song is good.
Yeah.
It has good quality, and one day I would like to release it. Maybe if I cannot sing, someone will sing it, because at that time I was a bad singer. I can't hit the right pitch. I can't hit the right tempo.
Were you practicing?
I wasn't practice much. I hate practice.
Right.
So I but I love writing. So I just keep on writing songs.
So you weren't you weren't helping yourself by not practicing, but you were thinking about it and you were in the mix all the time. So it's a trade-off.
Right.
Yeah, it's interesting. So the something you said struck me, that you don't have a single recording of your final song? Do you have the words written down somewhere? Did you? I mean, because you're a writer now. So have you written down the words and the melody?
A lot, yeah.
For the final song, for the one you're going to record last. Do you?
I have it's on paper.
Okay.
And I can remember now.
Yeah.
I can remember, many songs that I wrote.
Yeah.
I remember it.
And do you, as you've matured, and we're going to go through this sort of quickly, but all of your albums. So how many albums do you say you have? With
Apartment Khunpa,
yeah.
right? 6 albums and 1 EP.
Yeah, and then many single releases. So
a lot of singles released and some live recording albums.
Right. So you have
so a few.
tens and almost hundreds of songs. And
I wrote, I think, in my life about 100 songs.
Yeah, so a lot of material out there. As you get older, and I'm sure when you wrote it or were thinking about it, it was maybe vocal piano, maybe vocal guitar, maybe just vocals. Do you see it as a more epic recording that would require strings and backup singers and something else to make the point of the majesty of this late life song, or is it changing over time?
I think it's changing over time. Later on, when we can afford, when we can afford
40
all the performers, and then I started to thinking about adding something up.
Yeah.
So, but when we start, just a guitar, a bass player, a drummer.
Yeah.
That's enough. That's enough to keep the band going.
I wonder if you'd have recorded that first version of the song, of the old man point of view as a solo artist.
ชีวิตคือการเดินทาง actually I did record a demo but maybe we lost it. Pam my guitar player, he heard that demo. And we recorded together onto old cassette player, but that was very long time. Maybe that tape was lost.
Well, that'll be interesting to see how that one comes out. So we're going to hold you to that. We're coming back 20 years and saying, where is it? That's got to be the last song, though. So that's going to be your.
When I'm 80, and maybe I'm going to think about recording that one.
So you go back over to the States for more schooling?
During the college years.
Okay. Can I ask where?
Starting in San Diego, SDSU.
Jeez, that's the nicest place on earth. In my mind, right?
Beautiful.
Right.
Good food.
Yeah.
Nice Mexican cuisine.
Like fish tacos, right?
Right.
It's just clean and nice.
Yeah, good, nice beach.
Yeah. And so were you a beach dude? Were you a surfer? Did you go?
I was a nerd. I focused on schooling and listened to a lot of CDs. And I didn't go to much of the concert in San Diego. But, I stayed there for less than a year. And then I started thinking I want to get closer to the music business.
Yeah.
So then I changed my mind. I moved from SDSU to a small school in New York, 5 Towns College.
Huh. Wow.
Long Island.
Yeah, and they had a music program or a business program?
They had a business program, and they also have a recording engineer program.
Oh, nice.
So I took the recording classes. I took all these business management classes.
Okay.
And, so I'll get closer to the music industry. I would get to intern in some of the art gallery, fashion industry. So I get closer to what that interested me at that time.
And so you're making weekend trips into the city in New York?
Yeah, I always drive. At that time I had a car.
Oh, nice. Look at you.
I used to have an old Buick.
Nice.
But it was stolen in New York City.
Did you keep your U.S. driver's license? You got a New York City or a New York State driver's license?
I expired already.
Okay. But you still have it as a souvenir or no?
I went to New Jersey to get a driver license.
There you go.
Because they said it's easier.
Yeah.
The exam is easier. I don't know if it's true or not, but then I got a driver license from New Jersey.
Huh.
But it's expired already.
Right on. There you go. It's a permanent record, though, of you driving in America.
So, every week I would drive from Long Island to the city to work. I work in Thai restaurants.
Get out of here.
Right.
Where was it?
A few days a week. Spice.
Where was it?
Uptown.
Yeah, what?
73rd Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, uptown. East side.
Broadway? Oh, East Side.
East side.
Yes.
Second or third. Between second, third.
I lived at 78th and Madison for years.
Yeah, and that time, in New York during the late 90s, I think it was the best year to live there because there was so much going on in the music scene. I've seen a lot of shows, and I've seen a lot of, not just music, poetry shows.
Right.
I've seen rave culture coming, and it's expand my mind, and I get influenced from not just rock and roll and from all sorts of music.
Did you see? I mean, like the Chili Peppers were big then, still are.
They were big at that time.
Foo Fighters just coming out.
At that time, Foo Fighters, start coming up.
Right.
Not. Yeah, they were big. Foo Fighters' first album was big already because
right.
Smashing Pumpkins was very big.
Yeah.
The Beastie Boys
Huge.
in New York was like
Yeah, so that was Rick Rubin and that whole scene there, right?
And that time they had this called, you remember the Tibetan Freedom Concert
Yeah,
movement? So that was like my first big music festival.
Where was that at in New York?
It was outside New York. DC maybe? Washington, DC?
Yeah, okay, right. Because I was in DC and that's when we had it there. Yeah, I was living in DC.
I try to remember. Yeah, in DC, yeah.
So you went down for that?
I went down for that. It was like the biggest music festival that I've been to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that time I was, into this Tibetan movement.
Yeah, sure.
Because I was a fan of Beastie Boys, so I always went to these protests they had in the park in New York City many times.
Boy, that day has come and gone, hasn't it? I mean, Tibet. I mean, just
and look at the world now.
Right. Yeah, very strange to think that was such a big event. I guess it was we had a reason to be attracted to it, I guess.
Right. And now people around the world learn more about Buddhism.
Yeah.
I think that was a few movement that make people, realize that what is Buddhism and what is peace, harmony, and compassion.
Right. Let me ask you about that then. I am always hesitant to raise this with Thai guests or friends or people that I know because I'm not. I mean, I think Joe Cummings has taught me more on this topic than most people, simply because of the amount of research and writing he's done on it. Are you Buddhist now?
I was born in Thailand, right?
Yeah.
So we were forced to be a Buddhist. So when I was young, I was told that I am a Buddhist.
You're a Buddhist.
Yeah, you are a Buddhist boy. You gotta go to the temple and pray.
And did you, or were you thinking of your first lyrics?
I did at that time, because I was like a good boy, so I follow my parents' instruction, right?
Yeah.
But when I was in my teenage years, I start questioning. So I would call myself at that time atheist.
Yeah, atheist.
Yeah,
right.
I throw away all my religious belief and start questioning and read books and just and when I dig into rock and roll, right?
Yeah.
So I thought it was cool not to have any religion at that time. The teenage point of view. So I reject everything that I was taught and told.
Aggressively and violently, like
not violently, but in my poetry maybe violently.
Yeah.
But in life I was always like a polite guy. I'm always a good boy. In my mind, it can be really violent.
Yeah, sure.
And I reflected on my writings, poetry or songs. That's okay. And so I start questioning or what the meaning of life. Why am I here?
Yeah.
Is a life after death? Is there a life after death, or is there a life before this life? So I started asking this kind of question more over and over. And as I get older, I can call myself a Buddhist again, as I learn from myself.
Huh. So from last week, or from 10 years ago, or from 20 years ago, you're a Buddhist again, or are you trying to become a better Buddhist? How does this work?
Now I think I understand what Buddhism is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it talks about suffering, right? Yeah. So everyone suffers sometimes. Everyone has something that interfere their minds, right? To make their life worsen, or they lost something, right? Buddhism talks about all this stuff. Talk about suffering and loss, and that's why now I understand it, and I call myself a Buddhist again.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, was that a difficult process, or was it a comforting process?
I think it's just like a natural process.
Yeah. Which is sort of a Buddhist attitude too, right? Like the middle way, sort of natural. Right. Yeah, right.
Naturally. I think you cannot force anyone to understand this, but as life goes on, you've seen ups and downs. And, you've seen a lot of loss, and then you kind of understand how impermanent life is.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting because when I listened to the one of the early Apartment Khunpa, and I didn't ask you about how you came up with that name, so we'll ask you that because I think you have to do that. But you have songs with English lyrics, you have songs with Thai lyrics, and I thought, okay, I'm going to attach Buddhist meaning to all this English stuff to see if it's there. And so I sort of talked myself into Lipstick on Lipstick being sort of a Buddhist rendition of a love song. And I thought, well, why did I do that? Just because he's Thai, and that's one of the things I struggle with is over attaching Buddhism to Thai music lyrics. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so then you get something like one of the songs that I like recently by Young Wolf, like Land of Smiles, is an interesting song. And so I said, well, I just can't naturally attach Buddhist meaning to that. It's rock and roll, right? I mean, I've got to stop being silly. So learning on my part, well, so welcome back to Buddhism. It's an interesting evolution there. And so now you're influenced, you're back in America, you decide I'm going back to Thailand at some point. You say, done with school, I'm going back, or I'm done with schooling, I don't want to finish, and I'm going back, and I'm going to be...
No, when I was done with college, I stayed in the US for another 6 months for saving money.
There we go.
I would like to buy a lot of music instruments, records, and come back in Thailand to start something.
Yeah.
I didn't know yet what I would want to do, but I would like to start something. So I saved up money. I bought a lot of the records, CDs, and a few music instruments.
What'd you get? Guitar?
I get microphones, one
Nice.
guitar, a Fender Strat, a lot of Shure microphones, a Mackie mixer.
Okay.
Still using it now.
Nice.
Analog Mackie mixer.
Yeah.
Now I lend it to my friend, a producer, electronic music producer,
Yeah.
Health Mode. He's using it. So now it's still useful.
Do you still have the Strat?
Strat, yeah.
You still have it?
Yeah.
Ah, nice. First guitar.
$600 guitar at that time.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot of overtime at Spice. Right?
and I bought some synthesizers, a Roland JP 8000, a Roland MC 303 to make beats, Akai at that time, sampler, Akai sampler at that time that, one disc can only sample one loop, one drum loop.
Right.
8 bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where would you go, like Sam Ash and
Yes.
the greatest stores on earth, right?
Because, in the US, you can spend a whole day, just messing around with the instruments. Nobody cares.
No one stops
But,
it.
in Thailand, at that time, if you go to the music store, they won't let you touch it because when you were young, they thought you're not going to have money to buy it.
Right.
Right. So in the US, Sam Ash is like a Disneyland of musicians.
It's crazy. I mean, I don't know if Thais or Americans are any better or worse at having a shop and people coming in, but in New York City, you would have 500 fights a day if you told them you can't play this stuff. So they just must have said, play it, whatever. I mean, you maybe couldn't go onto the Fender or Gibson wall and start jamming on anything you wanted. You sort of had to ask, can I take this down, right? But those shops are some of the greatest shops in the world for their people, right? Like, it's you don't see those, music centers are awesome. They have a lot of them. There's many, but when you hit these big shops like that, they are very different. It's a different experience, especially if you're a kid and you go in there and realize, like, I can get anything I want in here.
Right. And you can return it if you don't like a day afterward.
Return? I never thought of that, but
That's like the very special thing for me.
Yeah.
When I went to the US, you can return the products.
Yeah. Right. And you joined that CD club and you got free CDs.
Right.
And you're like, what is this club all about?
Right.
That was a real thing growing up. Like, they, it was just reduced price. They were selling in volume. Right. And they'd say, we're going to send you one. We like these guys. Right. And then you'd say, who is this? Yeah. I mean, it's a different, I'm not saying it's better or worse, but hold on, it's capitalism there, right? It's like, we're going to sell.
But that's the reason I get exposed into, any kind of music.
Yeah. I can still feel it in my head and sort of my memory. I can't remember songs I played in rooms that I played them in New York City shops, Sam Ash or otherwise, but very distinct memories and feelings going in there because it was so awesome. Right? It was like, I want to find the guitar I like in here, or I'm going to, get these electric pianos, or go get a 18-key Moog or something just that has exactly the sound I want. Well, yeah, that's cool. So, okay, so then you buy up enough stuff to go back because you're never going to be able to buy stuff again because Thailand's not going to have it and America's the land of plenty. And so you're like, you have this heavy suitcase with all this stuff in it. Did you get stopped at customs and did they say you?
No, I ship
the boxes. Okay.
Because, if you are a student, you are allowed to ship, I don't know, like 100 kilos of your stuff back home without tax.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice. And so you did that.
I did that.
And did you get everything you sent or did you lose some?
I got everything.
Nice.
I gotta wait like a month or two, right?
Right.
When the ship came in. Yeah.
Was that nervous? Were you like, I could lose all of my awesome collection? Or were you just...
I wasn't nervous at that time, when you were kids.
Yeah.
You thought everything should be all right.
That was your middle way Buddhism, like, it'll show up.
But, at this age, maybe I'll get nervous.
Yeah, right. Like, I want that record.
Right.
Okay, so you come back and you're writing now. You know the business now. You've been in studios now. You know when you like your gear, what you have.
Right.
How far are you away from meeting the band? Are you still?
No, I have a bunch of friends who, Pam, Beam, the guy who was in Araja, right? So I knew them very well, and I knew they will trust me. They will trust me, and they will trust my songwriting. So when I came back, I told them, let's make a studio recording album because they believe in my songwriting. So it was easily at that time. We went into the studio, make a few demos, and submit into Hua Lampong Rhythm. There was a record label run by Pickoff from T-Bone.
Okay.
T-Bone? The
band,
band.
Hua Lampong Rhythm. And it was a studio and record label?
It was a small independent record label at that time. So Hua Lampong Rhythm listened to our demos and Pickoff said it was good enough to be in Hua Lampong Rhythm and introduce us to Pi Miao. He has a studio in Samut Prakan called My Studio, a big, huge studio. You can play badminton in that studio, high ceiling.
Right.
Yeah. So at that time, Pi Miao invited us to his studio and recorded there. We spent a week to record 9-10 tracks.
So this wasn't Downtown Symphony.
It was a Downtown Symphony.
Ah, okay.
But the Downtown Symphony, the first few tracks of the record was not recorded at the studio. We were performing live, and we recorded in that live room, and then we spent another week recording 7 more tracks at Pi Miao's My Studio to complete a whole album.
Sort of live or complete studio mix?
Is 3 songs recording live and 7 songs recording in studios. But when we recorded, it was like a live. Because we recorded at the same time. And I would do a vocal overdub later. But the whole band, guitar and the bass and drums, go together.
Pro Tools or not yet?
Pro Tools at that time.
Probably version 3 or 4, but not Pro Tools beyond, right? Yeah, okay. So
and the master will be printed onto a DAT, digital audio tape at that time.
Remember that? We got a DAT. It's thicker. You still have it somewhere?
No, I didn't have a DAT.
Who is your museum director for the band? Who keeps stuff?
I have a lot of CDs, finished products.
Right.
But
how about like the shirt you wore on the album cover or all gone? No one's doing that? There's no corporate record?
It's gone. It's gone. Donate it.
To the cause.
I donated a lot of stuff too.
Yeah. I mean, like, for example, right behind me is our prototypes for the pins that we've made. And I said, look, I want to keep those because we made some mistakes early on that we don't want to repeat. But then it started this craze of keeping everything. And I got to, I don't know what I'm keeping it for, but.
Taking a photo of
yeah,
it
right.
and keep the photos instead.
I'm not sure where that comes from. Okay, so then you do the 9 or you do the handful of songs for that. And then I read in some of your interviews that you're like, you pretty quickly moved away from that into the Apartment Khunpa lineup.
Right.
Yeah.
So Araija year was very short. We did a few shows and it wasn't really popular at that time. And some members of Araija band had something else in their life to do.
Yeah.
So I had nothing to do for a while with music.
Were you heartbroken?
No, at that time, because I didn't expect. I didn't expect. Every time I do an album, I didn't expect it to last. I thought it was gonna be something nice and cool to do it, and just to complete it is good enough.
Yeah. Did you so you were you the lead singer in that band?
Araija, yes.
And you wrote those 9 songs?
Yeah.
So you're already the man. I mean, so you're the guy. So if you recorded, it was because you say, "Hey, everyone, be there at 9:30 tomorrow." Or
well, at that time you cannot be ready at 9:30. At that time it's a lot of chaos. It's a lot of chaos. At
Frank
that time,
loves it when I send set meetings at 9:30. Like today, he's like, "Dude, can't you do an afternoon podcast?" I said, "No, I want to ask Tun to sing at 9
I'm a morning person now, but at that time when we were young, everything starts late.
Yeah.
Everyone come late.
Yeah.
And since everyone get together, we need to talk, have a drink, relax. By the time we are ready to hit a record button, it's like 8 p.m., 9 p.m.
You're a musician, bro. That's how your life goes. Okay. So then first album for you guys, Bangkok Love Story.
Yeah, and Beam, my bass player, was heavily influenced me with musical style too at that time. Beam and Pam is my close friend, and Pip, the drummer of Araija. So we share a lot of music experience together. And even after Araija, Beam, the bassist of Araija, helped us to produce some of the Apartment Khunpa tracks too.
Yeah.
So he's always in my life.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He's the 5th Beatle, right?
Yeah.
So is this the album cover of Bangkok Love Story?
Yeah, album cover is the photo projected on the wall, and the photographer took a photo again.
Polaroid?
That's not Polaroid,
Digital.
A film, Nikon FM2.
Okay, nice. Okay, so Frank, we're going to show this album cover as we're talking about Bangkok Love Story.
My photographer name is Gongkrit Jenpinitnan.
Okay.
Took this photo.
Cool. And so we'll put that on. And I also wanted to put a photo of your primary influence that we talked about, Patamporn. Patamporn. And I'll try to get this one, even though it's probably a variation of what it actually was on Spotify, but show that just so folks can see these and line them up, because a lot of your stuff will show up in Thai on Spotify. And so sometimes for a Farang or a foreigner or me, I need visual guides to get me back.
You use Google Translate to
I do. So I think I translated a lot of your stuff. So Apartment Khunpa on Google Translate turns into Auntie's apartment. Is there an auntie? Or is that not a real translation?
It's just a name of an apartment in Lat Prao Soi 1.
Right.
You can
Still there?
drive there and take a look at it.
All right, but if you go there, no spray painting.
It's still there.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, when we were looking for a band's name at that time, we just came up, whatever we see, we're going to use it as our band's name. So, we were having noodles in Lat Prao, and we look at the sign. It said, Apartment Khunpa, available for rent.
Nice.
Yeah, please give us a call. And then I thought, wow, that's a cool band's name.
Yeah, it's legit. Aunties. And so when you hear it, because you have two brains at least, Thai and an English one going in your head, do you hear Auntie's apartment or do you hear Apartment Khunpa?
Apartment Khunpa.
Because Khunpa is the auntie, right? Right. Okay. Yeah. So it's funny, right? Like the translation thing has got to be a little bit of an exercise for you sometimes, right? When it just it doesn't translate. Like some of them, I translated one of your albums or songs, Ordinary.
เรื่องธรรมดาเหรอ
Yeah.
เรื่องธรรมดา
Is that a good translation? Yeah. Okay. And then Wake Up Dream.
ตื่นฟื้นฝัน
Yeah.
Wake up dreams.
Right. So
I call it just dream. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's funny. So, you almost don't have control on this when you throw it into the world of translation. And I'm sure you have it when you put it on Spotify because you sort of can control how that gets named. But it's funny how you lose control of it at some point, right?
Yep.
Wake Up Dream is sort of nonsensical. Even if you say dream wake up, or if you do the Thai thing like, booth ticket or ticket booth, it's just, it changes things, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So Bangkok Love Story. So wrote all the songs? You?
Yeah, lyrics. I wrote all the lyrics and music. A few songs they come up with my band members, like กำแพง อิสระในความเมา Let It Go. All the music start with Bon Ja and Mai first.
Yeah.
When they were jamming in the studio before I started to join the band, because they were starting the band first. Yeah. So I was the fourth one who joined the band, and Pam was the fifth one who joined the band.
That's interesting. So some of them started as melodies or as musical pieces.
The กำแพง go with they start with the groove.
Yeah.
And then I came in later and added on all the stories about it.
So the one that sort of stopped me right away, even though I was out of sequence, this one I said, what is this? And I love this song.
This one is the song that accidentally happened in the studio room.
Yeah.
It was like a free poetry style.
Right. So when Frank and I try to figure out how to show that, it's just periods or dots, right?
Right.
Yeah, and I was like, what is this?
Not describe it.
It was very cool. And then the interlude then, I think this has interlude, right? Or maybe not. Yeah, there was, is it the first song? Interlude? See, now this is coming up and...
This is a song about our band. We talk about how 5 members connected. It is called Apartment Khunpa, the song title.
Yeah, so the guitar is crazy. I mean, that's your funk guy, right?
Okay, Pam, he's good at funky guitar and wah-wah.
Yeah.
His wah-wah effect is superb.
So is this a true representation of the early Apartment Khunpa sound?
I think early Apartment Khunpa sound is very raw.
Yeah.
It's very raw. Yeah, we don't think a lot. We just go into the studio and just mess around with whatever we have in mind. And it's quick.
So, I mean, Nippon, I don't know what the first part is.
Yeah. This one is the song I wrote while I was in the US.
So what part did you write? The guitar?
No, I write lyrics and melody.
Yeah.
And Bon, he's a jazz guy, so he can add a lot of jazz flavor into it.
Yeah. Right.
Bon and Ja is they were jazz guys. They were performing in saxophones.
Yeah. Okay.
Before Apartment Khunpa, they were performing saxophone.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. So a real eclectic album in terms of different sounds, right?
Right.
And your band wasn't competing with each other; it was contributing what the band members knew, right? So you had some
each part kind of contributes and inspire each other.
Yeah. So I mean, I just to go back. So you got Ja, Mai, Ball, and Pump, and then you all have a swim lane. And when you swim together, a lot of them combined. And then some of this, like in particular on the live album, it rocks. You know, I mean, it's just the album version starts to get changed a little bit, right? And you get out there and hammer it, and it's but very clear, very distinct, especially when you look at the leads that you get from Ball. You know, some of his leads are just beautifully recorded. You know, so it was craft. There was craft work here, right? You weren't just, all right, take one, fine, let's go on, right?
Yep. He has a good knowledge about jazz music and blues.
Yeah. Yeah, it's clear. I mean, it's
so he was he was trained academically.
Yeah.
As a jazz guitar player.
Thailand
from Berkeley.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, College of Music. Mai and Ja went to Berkeley College of Music.
Was that here? Berkeley, or was it?
Berkeley College of Music is in Massachusetts.
Right. And then they have some other locations now. I wasn't sure if they had overseas locations, but they went to Berkeley. Okay, yeah. I mean, because I imagine he has 1 million guitars in his house too, wherever that is. Right? Okay. Every time I see him, there's something new he's playing.
Always something.
Well, good for him. So he's a man. All right, so let's jump around a little bit. So Frank, we're going to show Bangkok Love Story, the photo, and maybe give some links or figure out how to do that. Then early live album, I think I saw, and then some singles. So what comes next? Romantic comedy or Your First Kiss?
After Bangkok Love Story is Your First Kiss is an EP, but it was a very long EP.
Yeah, 17 songs. Let me see this.
9, 10 tracks. I don't know.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
So it was like a leftover from Bangkok Love Story.
Yeah.
You know, so there were songs that people rejected from Bangkok Love Story, so it's a leftover from Bangkok Love Story. So I wouldn't call it an album, so I would call it an EP.
EP 9, yeah. So it's.
At this time, Bon had his own recording studio in his house.
Huge, right there, right?
So this EP was the first EP we can experiment with his room.
Yeah, that's a wild one. So Your First Kiss, rock and roll dash we play, ... rock and roll dash we play. So
you would hear more of the rock and roll mood and feeling afterward. After this, like, it's gonna be less jazz, more rock and roll.
Yeah, and I don't sense there's a fight happening either for this. It sounds pretty awesome, and it sounds a distinct, intentional recording in a big room and a big sound, right? Just sort of. Cool tracks. So at this point, for those of you in the industry here in Thailand, I mean, Toon has mentioned some of the business sides of this, but I've noticed you have Here Company Limited for these earlier things.
Here Company Limited distributed CDs for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
And still do.
Now they have a company called Good Mood.
Okay.
They distribute our digital music. So they're still working for us, but digitally.
Yeah.
Now we don't produce that much of the CDs. This stuff, Bangkok Love Story is reissue onto an LP. It's coming up in Record Fest. There's a Record Fest on the 26th of April. So vinyl. You're gonna see Bangkok Love Story reissue on vinyl.
Oh, you got to be excited by that. Are you gonna DJ with it as one of your vinyl?
We're gonna perform on April 26th to promote Bangkok Love Story reissue.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Huh? You're gonna put a new T-shirt out and do all the works, or
no T-shirt, only LPs.
Nice.
We try to sell.
Yeah, do one thing. Yeah. Very cool.
Right.
Huh. And when you DJ, it seems like it's been CDs or just a board. Do you do album DJing?
Sometimes I bring LPs, sometimes I bring CDs, sometimes now, USB.
Yeah, right. Right, that's the easy way.
Whatever convenience.
Yeah. And so we'll get back to that. So, all right, so now we've learned about 2 albums, like Your First Kiss, EP, you call it, maybe not. Bangkok Love Story had a couple more songs on it. So you're producing... Your output is now, whether you want it to be or not, it's increasing, and you're having more songs.
Right.
Are you spending less time on them? Can you write quicker? Are the ideas coming faster? Are you liking them more as you do them? Where are you as the creator?
At that period, I could write a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things coming up in my mind, a lot of things going on in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
So there was a lot of good inspiration. At that time, we were very active. We will practice like once a week, right? We see each other a lot, and I write a lot.
You have
we gain more listeners.
Yeah. I thought this was going to be the piano song. Early Winter, maybe? Yeah, I guess that's on a different... Yeah, my things are off here, so I'm sorry for interrupting you like that. But are you writing the same way you did before with the Walkman in the bathroom?
No, at this period of my life, I had a guitar at home. I had
your 4-track
keyboard at home, right? So I would write with a guitar. I would write with a keyboard, or sometimes, when I'm outside, I can record. At that time, I think the phone, we have better phones that can record some, something.
Right.
Maybe after this period, but
Close. Yeah, I get where you're going.
I have three methods of writing, with a guitar, accompany with a guitar, accompany with a piano, or just to a recorder.
Yeah, it's harder to lose a song as you get past 2010, right? Before that, if you didn't capture it right, like, what was I thinking?
Right.
Yeah. All right. And so albums wise then, so you've mentioned that I have Bangkok Love Story wrong. We just did Your First Kiss, which I thought were...
And Bon, at this period, Bon has his own studio in his house, so it's helpful for us because we can practice a lot once a week, and
nice.
We see each other every week, so the dynamic of the band was really good at that time.
All right, so you two, you've recorded War, and now you're spending enough time together that you got the next album coming up. Right. So there was one song called Songkran that I start to see.
Yeah, it's I made this on a computer using sample.
Yeah, so
Songkran is Thai New Year's, and I compared it with Songkram War.
So it sounds like a Dr. Rhythm or something from Roland or some drum machine.
I sample this drum from an old record.
Oh, okay.
And put it together. Yeah.
Yeah. So clearly, is the band liking that, or are they saying, "Hey, Tune, what's going on here?"
They like it.
Yeah. Okay.
After I program it, I wrote this song, and I invite them to my house, and they each play parts. They play some bass line, guitar solo, funky guitar. Yeah.
I think they had was the Holly Berry remix on?
That's Seo Rong Hai remix.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's from the next album. Remix.
Okay.
Drum and bass. So drum and bass music was a big influence for me too.
So this is the next one?
Not the
that's
next one. After Your First Kiss is the romantic comedy.
All right, okay. Yeah. All right, okay.
And in this romantic comedy, there was a song called ไม่รู้จักฉันไม่รู้จักเธอ which a movie bring it to make it as a cover version for Khun Endorphin and Khun Pongkun to sing it, and it became a huge hit nationwide.
And you wrote that one?
Yes. The original one is in this records, but the cover version is on the movie. It's an original soundtrack of the movie called สายลับจากบ้านเล็ก and it made this track a big hit nationwide, and we will get a lot of exposure at that time, and we started to get more gigs, and people at that time would like to know more about us.
So as a musician, were you aware this was coming because you gave them permission to record it, or was it a little more raw than back? You just borrow someone's song and you'd find out that someone recorded your song later? And
they contacted me.
Yeah.
They contacted me, the film producer, and he told me he liked this song and he would like to put it on a film.
Okay.
And the singers who will sing it, the big star at that time, Khun Endorphin and Khun Pongkun, and they were incredible. Then when they did it, it sounds really nice and become nationwide hit.
Yeah.
And that time it was the first time I worked with a Grammy because that song was released on a big major label, right?
The new song. So the old song was on the old label, and then when it got re-recorded, then you now are on a Grammy label through because you wrote the song and someone else recorded it.
Right, and
interesting.
It became a nationwide hit, and after that, people would like to know more about Apartment Khunpa.
Yeah, nice. So you're happy with that.
Yeah,
good
like
result.
Nobody expected that to happen, but yeah.
Some dude saw it and wants to put it in a movie, then a woman who turns into being a superstar records it, and it's like
the big
boom,
big turn in our life.
Which one is it here?
ไม่รู้จักฉันไม่รู้จักเธอ
I can't read that well. Sorry, I'm asking you to get up. All right, we go and just get a whiff of the original version. All right, Frank, we're going to have to figure this out. We're going to have to be smart. And so there's a radio online of this with Don Dorfin singing it, right? All right, so we got that. So I think if we show your true Spotify thing, I think that's number 1 or 2 or 3 on the...
Always in the top 5.
Yeah, so you still, on your own, get a lot of traction with that through Spotify. So I guess thanks to Spotify for acknowledging that somehow. Yeah. Okay, well, good. Well, so you're out playing. You're playing to bigger crowds. You're playing festivals and events.
And we were invited to travel up north, down south, to our neighbor country, to Singapore, Malaysia. Right. Yeah, we get more exposure after that.
So you're a rock and roll traveling band, and you tour with your buddies and other bands or friends or girlfriends or whatever.
Right.
And so you're on the road doing rock and roll.
Yeah, more often at that time. Yeah. So we started to get noticed. Yeah.
So somewhere between your 3rd and 4th album or 2nd and 4th album, this just takes off.
Right.
And
and we start to make money after after this album because before when in the beginnings of our career, when we play outside, we don't get paid. Sometimes we can play for free. We can sell a little merchandise. Yeah. But we sold a lot of CDs. At that time, we sold like our first CD. We sold like 1,000 CDs.
Yeah. And that was money. And so you had to be a businessman, and you couldn't get too drunk at the show to not count how much you sold, or that money just disappears.
A lot of cash. Right. No QR code
right.
at that time.
Just all handshakes.
Right. And we perform for free, but we did sell lots of CDs at that time.
Yeah, and some nights 10 people show up, and some nights 100 show up, and you're playing probably too much, right? You're out all the time, so trying to
not all the time, but yeah,
and a lot.
Yeah,
it's a weird mix, right? But you're still writing. You're still.
Yeah, at that time I still write a lot. Yeah.
Would you go home and leave the party to go write, or would you finish the party?
No, mostly if I party, I party. I'm enjoying myself,
you
right?
Commit.
When I have something going on in my mind, something that disturbs me, I write songs.
Yeah, and disturb in a good way or a bad way, not just disturb like when you're troubled. So you're gonna, if it's a happy thing, you might write that too.
I don't normally write about happy things.
Okay.
Normally, something disturb me, something that make me sad or annoyed or angry, I can write about it.
Rock and roll. Oh, that name Yellow Fang. Was that the name of?
Yellow Fang is a friend.
Yeah, right. That's what we were talking about earlier. Right. Sorry, I just wrote that down. Okay, so interesting. I thought that was a translation issue in one of your interviews where you said it's sort of the happy stuff takes care of itself. You need a thinking moment
It's a therapy. I think songwriting is therapy.
Yeah. You had some good quotes that I wanted to pull out, just sort of that clarified that. But I think if you do enough of these interviews, it's sort of your theme comes out is having free time is a luxury. Yeah. Okay. Well, good. So then you move from now you have expectations, and now you're with Grammy, right?
No, not yet.
Okay.
After this is สมรสและภาระ
Okay.
We still
which I don't have a translation for. สมรสและภาระ
สมรสและภาระ mean marriage and burden.
Marriage and Burden. In what language?
ภาษาไทย
Why couldn't I get it?
สมรส means marriage.
I could not get my.
และ is and.
Okay.
ภาระ is a burden.
I couldn't get that to come up. Marriage and Burden. Okay. So that's a happy song. Marriage and Burden, right? That's a love song.
I'm kind of a guy who always know that I will not get married, so I wrote this song.
All right.
I wrote it with Pam, my guitarist. We were at Picho's house, our friends, and we just came up with this track.
Okay.
Like naturally, I spent I think less than half an hour finishing it, sitting with him.
Someras La Pera, the song?
Yeah.
Or Duke Lao?
สมรสและภาระ
Okay.
This song, the album title track.
All right.
And this song we invited Khun Burin from Groove Rider. He was a big star. He's the one who got married and he has kids. So he's the one who I think is suitable to express this track too.
So we'll show that, but you get sing along now for that when you play that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the whole room starts to sing that,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So whether or not that was a hit or whether or not,
It was a hit. It was a hit. Now it's become a hit. A lot of people on TikTok starting to cover this.
Yeah.
I've seen.
yeah, I'm not sure if Frank plays that because he knows his share, but that's interesting.
It has a bluesy flavor in it.
Yeah, it does for
A
sure.
little bit of blues. Yeah.
Yeah. And you wrote that on guitar? Did you do chords for that?
No, Pam playing guitar accompany me, and I wrote song lyrics and melody too.
Okay.
So it's like we sit together and
Nice.
it just came up. This song, not in my house too. I remember it's at my friend's house, Picho's house. He was the one who do the vocal tuning on this album for me too.
Okay. Nice. And so I know you have lipstick on this album, but you also have sort of an EP with the Thai version and the English version.
Pink cover.
Yeah.
Pink cover. That was like a limited edition
Okay.
singles.
Was that because it was a successful song and you put it out separately? The lipstick?
Because before this album release, we would go performing, right? And
Yeah.
fans would like to have something.
I see.
So we put out a single first,
Yeah.
a few tracks, right? Limited edition, maybe we made 300 or 400 copies, and that's all. And then afterwards, we make complete a สมรสและภาระ whole album, and this was, I think, our best-selling CDs album.
Yeah.
สมรสและภาระ
Yeah, you've moved everything up a gear for sure. The quality of the recording. I mean, it seems like you guys are.
This time, the quality of recording is neat.
Yeah.
We don't record together. We separately recording,
Yeah.
and have time to think about it, to delete it if we don't want to,
Yeah.
and re-record it. And this album, Beam, my bassist from Araja, came in to help a lot, to sit with us in the recording room to help producing this CD.
And so are you, I mean, you're making an admission or in the process. Does everyone show up for all the tracks, or were you there alone doing your stuff sometimes? How does that work as a band now?
No, at this time, since we don't record together, normally who's always in the studio is Bon, right? Bon is his house.
Yeah.
So I would go and sit with him a lot, and when people have their parts, they would come to record.
Okay.
For example, when the drummer come first, record. After the drum track's completed, we record the bass, and then a guitar, and we lay keyboards or whatever, and then I will be the last ones who record vocal tracks.
Did you feel like your band was falling apart because you weren't all in the room at the same time again? Did you feel like, oh, this is a dangerous direction for me since you do interpret things negatively sometimes?
I think it's a natural progress.
Yeah, right?
We love it too,
Yeah.
Like a live recording, when everyone together, it's good too. It has energy.
Yeah.
But, for sound quality,
It's garbage. Yeah.
for sound quality, this one is better.
Of
And
course.
you can delete whatever you don't like, and
Yeah.
then you can rethink. You have time, you can bring the track home
Yeah.
and rethink, and maybe tomorrow better come up with a new idea.
Yeah.
So it's a good natural process of the band.
Yeah, I think so too.
I kind of like this too. And then now we come back, since if you listen to our latest latest album that we're gonna put out, you're gonna hear a lot of live recording flavor again.
Yeah.
In some of the tracks.
So did Roller Coaster have any of that?
Roller Coaster, we didn't do live recording, but like Saman or God of the Coland, it's something like that. That the whole rhythm section of the band record together.
But Rock is Dead is your latest release.
Is programmed first. We went to my keyboard player. Yeah. We can lay a backing track first, and then we record it, made it more like a hip hop track.
All right. Yeah. Okay, so that's jumping ahead a little bit. This has my favorite on it, so you're gonna sing this for us in a minute. Lipstick on Lipstick.
Right.
So if you're looking for that, there's two ways to get it. On the pink covered album on Spotify or on Somros Le Para, which is
Spotify had all the versions.
Yeah. So that was cool to hear because I was on the Thai version because it pops up at many listens, and that came up and I listened to that, and then I stumbled through the rest of the collection. I thought, there's an English version. So that's what he's agreed to sing today. So I'm excited about that. All right. So let me not torture you too badly here. So we're moving forward. We're in the 2015, 16, 17, 18 time period now with the music we're talking about, right? And then everything starts to, you get in with Grammy, you've got like an EDM remix of some stuff, and then you're recording with Hugo and then Squeeze Animal, and you've got Thai celebrities that you're recording with and writing with or recording with?
Recording.
Yeah. And so life is changing. Now you're issuing singles, and it's probably just as lucrative as issuing an album and an EP, and now you have a new industry. I mean, now you're in, right?
Right.
Now it's digital. Regardless of how you record.
Right.
You're not selling even CDs much anymore. You're trying to find a way to sell. Are you pushed towards live music to make money then? Is that what happens to you or no?
I think playing live is the easiest way to make money. Right. Right. Because you get paid right away or sometime beforehand too. Yeah. But since we have these apps, right? Spotify, streaming, they pay royalties. So there's another way to make money is from royalties. YouTube pay the most, I think. Yeah. Spotify pay not that much, but I think mostly now income from streaming is from YouTube. Yeah. YouTube Play.
Do you, I shouldn't ask this, but do you feel like it's been a fair trade-off going digital and receiving payments from these companies you've
I would love to get paid more, but I don't know how that I can communicate to them, but I think it should get better and better. I think in the future, I think the percentage should be fair. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. Yeah. A lot of artists, you've seen there's a movement of artists that moving away from Spotify. Yeah. Right? But not us. We still want our music on Spotify.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so you're modern, and I think when I look at your social media now, you will DJ at places after you play, or you'll go there and DJ, and you do other things as well. So, including these books. So one is, and I wrote down the translations, and I probably won't be able to find them quickly, but they're in Thai. So even if I give you a translation, it's not going to matter. Geez, my notes are horrible. Let me see if I can find it. What do you call this book?
Lop Vela.
Yeah. Okay. And so these are your poems. This one is The Time is Something, right? Time. Geez, Lop Vela.
Lop Vela was my first book, but this is a reissue. Yeah. This is a reissue. The first one published like more than 20 years ago, I think.
Oh, really? Yeah. Huh.
This is a reissue.
And so how do you I mean, so if it was 20 years ago, then Grammy wasn't going to help you find a publisher. So you published your...
A book was a first publisher for me. My discography of books, I have, I think, about 7 books now.
Okay, geez. How come I only have 2? I'm not looking at the right website, or I didn't translate it. So this is another book of poetry. It says 19052553, and I guess...
It's a date. It's a date where there was a big demonstration. Okay. At that time, the political conflicts and, something terrible happened today. A lot of people get injured and damaged because the military tried to try to force them to go home.
Yeah. Okay. You're moving away from the mic though a little bit. So yeah. So this ties back to your theories. You don't write about the happy stuff.
This is the sad stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
At that time.
So there's 5 more books out there. So maybe Frank and I'll go find those online and flash them up here so you can look at the catalog. Can I buy them through your website?
For books, you have to search, I think, online.
Okay. First Publishing.
But some books are sold out. Some books are sold out.
All right. You'll have a 25th anniversary reissue of all your books at some point or something. Okay, and so then...
Next year, I'm going to have a new book coming up.
All right.
Next year.
Busy guy. Album and book in a year. Very cool. Okay, so I noticed there were some COVID-y style, I thought maybe angry COVID-y style stuff or heavier rock and roll COVID style recordings. Yeah, I'm trying to find out if I can place this up right. Disease localization,
right?
COVID song.
During the COVID, we didn't get to meet each other a lot, so we're starting to work by sending files. Pam will send me his guitar riff. He sent me through emails, and I will record his guitar riff into a Logic Audio and start messing around with it.
Something like this?
Something like this. It's COVID time, COVID style working. We've been sending files.
Could you describe what that is?
I said, no disease is like the best gift. It's like a praying.
Right. Yeah. So here comes your formerly forsaken Buddhist, and then you rock to it.
Yeah.
So this is your compromise.
It's like making fun of prayers.
Is it making fun?
It's like making fun of prayers. There were old phrase called Arokaya Paramalapa. It means no disease is the best gift. Health is the best gift. And this song I talk about what happened at that time.
Yeah.
It's the world is not globalized anymore. It's become localized, as you see.
Yeah.
Before globalization bring us together, now the world's kind of divided.
Yeah, I mean, you came out hard on that one, right? I mean, that was not the graceful departure to that song that you're going to sing as your last song, right? This is, wait a minute, I'm still angry at stuff.
Right, and this song, this album is about chaos.
Yeah.
I think it started at COVID time, and then, the world is getting worse. I think we've seen a lot of things, that bad things going on, and, something we never wanted to imagine that I would see in my life,
Right, and then if I keep going, I've got God of the Cold Land, in short, crazy. I'm not sure if I got the right pronoun. Wake up. I mean, some of these are heavy.
Wake up is dream. It's about the dream. I wrote a song because I lost my friend. Yeah, so it's a song about losing a friend.
Not a good moment then there, right? Mm-hmm. And then we get into last year, Roller Coaster, the year before that, Lighthouse.
Lighthouse was an old song that I wrote for some other band, and they recorded, finished it, and they started great, but unfortunately they didn't have a chance to release it, so I got the song back and recorded our way.
Well, that's a weird process, huh? Yeah. How did you like their version?
Their version was good. Yeah, and our version is different. Yeah.
So these are now singles, right? So you're issuing singles. They're coming up when you have them.
It's gonna be feature on the album too.
Big sound here, right?
Yep. Brass section.
So who's getting this for you? Grammy? They help you find the players and the people?
The players are our friends. Yeah. This released on Sonam Luang Music Grammy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is. Can you imagine 25 years ago thinking you're going to have that?
We cannot afford that.
It's apart from that.
So now we have more funding, more we have financial support from Grammy.
So do you think your vision was always that big a sound? As that kid in Sonoma doing the first song with the Walkman?
I've never had a vision. When I write songs, I always think.
I've never had a vision.
Yeah, I'm a moment, that moment. I never plan things. I let everything comes on its own terms.
Frank and I have one of his songs called Milk Toast, where we see, a choir of 50 people singing backup with him in an orchestra. That is a musical destination that we can neither afford nor want to get into nor think about. But it's clear that we both had it as we started to play that song heavier and heavier. And when he wrote it, it was a love song of sorts, I would imagine, Milk Toast. But it's turned into, I get a little crazy on the guitar some nights just to play it heavy. And then at the way end stage is when we get the $1 zillion and can do whatever we want. We see that big thing. We know that now. It may just be we can't do it, but that's out there. Mm-hmm. But it's funny how you say this was what we wrote. That's what we did. And we had the resources to do it, but we did it. So it's a different approach. It's you do what you can, right? Yeah.
Do what you can with whatever resource you have at that time.
Yeah. Middle way, I guess, right? All right, then we start getting back close to the future. And so Roller Coaster, wild video if you watch it, because it's not just some AI
3D animation.
Thing, right? It's legit, very cool. And then I guess
you have Rock is Dead, the latest release.
Yeah, and so
is it on Spotify yet?
It is for sure. Yeah, I was delighted when you'd reached out.
This song is like a sarcastic song talking about the rock music industry. It's got a string session. Violin, viola, cello.
So where did you record it?
A studio in Park.
Okay.
It's closed now.
And
out of business.
You brought the musicians there?
Our friends.
The strings?
Our friends, helped to do the strings.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's a big sounding song, right? Yeah. And so unfortunately the studio closed, or fortunately, I guess if they wanted it closed. But
and it's blending hip hop into psychedelic rock and string session.
Yeah. Yeah, it's well done. It's funny, as I texted back to you immediately, I said, "You guys aren't breaking up, are you?" And you, because I was doing it through translation. I think your post was in Thai, and I thought, wait, is he saying Apartment Khumpa's Rock is Dead? That's why I thought oh no, brother, what happened? But you said, no, it's the name of the song, you idiot. It's
like a sarcastic song.
Okay.
It's like asking the audience, do you still want to have us?
Yeah. Do you still want us to rock and roll?
Do you still trust in rock and roll?
Yeah. I mean, how many times a day do you read that, right? It's rock, But I imagine at 25 years, it's a good question to ask too. And that doesn't mean you're stopping, but you ask the question, do you still love us?
Do you still love us? Is rock music still important to you?
Yeah. Right. Young generation or old. I think it's a universal question, right? It doesn't just your tribe.
Right. But now, we gain some new listeners, the younger crowd. I've seen a lot of young kids who start digging rock and roll. I've seen young fans like 10, 12 years old who started to pick up a guitar for the first time. Yeah.
It's clear that the folks singing your songs at the show, there's some young folks out there who went out and learned the lyrics and are rocking with you. So it's pretty cool, right? I'd imagine.
Music pass on from generation to the next generation.
Right? Yeah. I hope that's the formula. Right. It sort of shows, not that you want to leave a legacy, but you are. You're leaving a legacy. You have a footprint in the Thai music scene for sure, and in Asia. Well, good. So how many? So I have Rock is Dead. It's a single. It's right here. I can play it in my car or listen on my phone anytime I want. Right. It says 31 March release date. So real recent.
So the whole CD, the new album, is gonna come up in a few months. Yeah, people can pre-order now on Shopee, Line Shopping, or Lazada.
Okay.
We do e-commerce now.
Yeah, we do. And what's the name of the album?
Songs from the Cold Land.
Songs from the Cold Land.
Yeah.
And so
Cold Land is the imaginary land that I created.
It's not going to New Zealand as a kid?
I don't know.
God of the Cold Land.
Yeah.
Is an earlier song.
Yep.
And so these are now songs from the Cold Land. So is this a literary reference of your own? Are you self-referential to writing concepts that you have elsewhere? Is there a book out there, The Cold Land?
No, the Cold Land is some imaginary land that I thought of. It can be any land.
Yeah.
If the listeners can can pick, can compare the cold land to whatever land that they used to.
Yeah, I mean, I would, if people are listening, you have some interviews where you talk about what you get out of books and your relationship to books, and maybe it was the translation, maybe not, but I've never heard some of this from an artist or a writer, and I thought there is a two-way transaction here. It's not just buy, sell, and you read what I wrote, and that's you take it and you understand it or you don't. You have descriptions in your interviews of multiple interpretations, lack of clarity. You understand what you understand and you forget it or use it. That are very, I think, I'm idiotic trying to connect all this together for some reason, but it's, I don't think you'd have said these things as a younger man, but I think you were thinking them because I think that's how you were getting onboarding information or new stuff, right?
Right.
And now you're writing music, writing songs, writing books, writing poems, seems to have a very clear space in your head as to what it does. And it's not, these epic books that I've read, this is the story and this is what I believe. It's my interpretation of it. So maybe Dan Brown, thrillers are going to have the same interpretation I have. They're looking for the painting, and the painting has a message, and you can find the thing that Jesus drank out of. Right? That's
because I believe the audience have freedom too.
Yeah.
When they listen to the songs become theirs.
Yeah.
When I write a song, the song is mine. So my interpretation and the audience's interpretation can be different, but they they are both relevant.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I want to end the discussion part here today, but I want to make sure we talked about what you wanted to talk about here. Was there anything I should have asked you today that I didn't ask you? Was there stuff you wanted to bring up that you thought I'd bring up? Anything about the album? Any
this
visiting?
Album?
Do you got any people singing with you, or is it the same band, same guys?
It's the same guy for 25 years. We still have the same keyboard players, Khun Tul, but this album we have a guest producer.
Okay.
Khun Boy. Khun Boy, he helped us on Roller Coaster, and he helped us on Sutraine Chakawan. You haven't heard this track yet.
Okay.
It's going to be the latest track of this album.
All right.
Yeah, he helped producing it. So there's a flavor into this album. It's a big production. We have a brass section. We have strings performance.
All right.
And we have some synthesizers, electronic music influence. So I love this album a lot, and it's album that's very, very tense because a lot of difficult stuff happen in our life. The tension, the expectation, the questioning. Like when you pass ups and downs in the career, and now we are right here. So it's a question that we ask ourselves: where are we gonna go next?
Yeah.
We still believe in the music, but can the music last longer? We don't know about the trend, right?
Yeah.
And we're not in the trend. We are quite old-fashioned, Apartment Khunpa. So we believe in music. We still believe that, but there's a question that we ask ourselves.
Rock
and
is dead.
And there's a pressure within the band. The people, when we grow up, we have life responsibilities. We have less time practicing.
Yeah.
Right? We cannot see each other like once a week like we did before.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of pressure and tension when we're doing this.
Yeah.
But that's pressure is charming too in a way.
Yeah.
It creates I think we have to start solving the problem. How we gonna make this song best with the resource we have, a limited time,
Yeah.
So we come up with different ideas. That's why inviting friend to produce us is another way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the Billy Preston Beatles thing where he came in to play piano for the last album. There's what you're describing to me is interesting because it's part of understanding your profession or your craft or your love or your thing, right? You're doing it.
And to have someone from outside looking at us from different point of view, it helpful in some way.
Right. Yeah, because you're 25-year-old buddies now.
Right.
Left to your own device, you're going to talk for an hour first, right?
And now I write less.
Yeah.
You know, I cannot write songs like I did before.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's interesting. So would you mind taking a short break and then maybe you and Frank can try and play a song for us?
Okay.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, TUL, Khun Tul, from Apartment Khunpa.
ขอบคุณครับ
We'll be right back. All right, we are back. We have the great fortune today to listen to Khun Tul do his song Lipstick on Lipstick. Is that right?
Right. That was from สมรสและภาระ album.
Right. You can find that one very easily on Spotify in Thai and in English. So you got to listen to all of his songs to hear both the Thai and the English one, because one of them says lipstick on lipstick and the other one is in Thai. So here are the boys, and Frank is going to help play guitar for this song. So here we go.
My broken dream has begun to sing. I've lost my sight to regain my hearing. I close my eyes and listen to a joke about the fire that can start its own smoke. And that's right. So what are you gonna do when everyone who's close to you can't see you all the time? So what are you gonna say? Why don't you let me play hide and seek in your midsummer love? Your lipstick on her lipstick. Color is right, but not the way you do it. If there's a woman standing in your eyes, her tears the river that can flood my sky. And that's right. So what are you gonna do when everyone who's close to you can't see you all the time? So what are you gonna say? Why don't you let me play hide and seek in your midsummer love? And that's right. So what are you gonna do when everyone who's close to you can't see you all the time? So what are you gonna say? Why don't you let me play hide and seek in your midsummer love?
What are you gonna do
with your midsummer love?
What are you gonna do
with your midsummer love?
What are you gonna do
with your midsummer love? Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Roman.
We are at the Marshall Live House in Bangkok. I say Charon Krung, is that right?
Charon Krung Road.
Yeah, we're just talking cool neighborhood right on the river. Some big hotels here make it sort of expensive. We talked earlier about Chinatown. where do you live in Tongloor area?
My girlfriend lives in Tonglo area, but my now I stay with her sometimes, and in my house is in Mai and Ja area near Rashida.
Yeah, okay. So do you ever come over here to hang out, or is this far away now?
Sometimes I come to this side of town. Like I came here to check out some young bands sometimes.
Okay. I know they've asked you to come today to show your vinyl collection, right?
Right, they borrow my records collection to display here and talk about my early music inspiration.
Oh, nice.
Right.
So a little bit like what we did today, but
Right.
more about
More
the vinyl.
about records.
Yeah. Well, that's funny because it's not clear from your internet history what your past is. So I'm going to go in there and check it out later. But
Right.
Chinatown, you like Chinatown now?
The food is good. The
Yeah.
food is good, and now that the new bars coming up, I come here once in a while when I have foreign friends coming, so I bring them to explore the street vibe of Bangkok.
Yeah. You have a show going up in Chinatown for your poetry soon.
It's like a collective group of poems.
Yeah.
So they're gonna display on the phone. They call the Dial a Poem.
Yeah.
It's hosted by Bangkok Khunpa.
Oh,
so it's
cool.
gonna be in a gallery where you pick up a phone and you can randomly listen to 30 pieces of voice recording
That's awesome. That's such a good idea. Off the phone, right?
off the phone.
Yeah, nice. How long is yours going to be? Is it a shorty or?
It's about 2 minutes long poem.
Okay. It's not like ... on your album, is it?
No, that was too long.
All right. Well, cool. Well, so you're showing here. This is a place you should always check for live music because they put shows on in here. Anywhere else you recommend for live music in town? that you
Now
like?
Speaker Box.
Speaker Box.
Yeah.
Thank you. Got
And
that.
their commune, they move out of town, so I would like to check it out.
All right. Well,
Right.
there you go. Words from the wise man himself, Khun Tul. I appreciate you doing this. It's a pleasure to get to know a little
Thank you,
more about
Roman.
you. And we're looking forward to putting this online. So thank you, guys. See you next time. Thank you, Franco. Thanks for playing. Thanks for doing all that.
สวัสดีครับ
Okay.
After this project they became electrified.
This is awesome. These are all yours?
Only this section mine.
Oh, okay.
So they invite
Yeah.
many artists to share the record collection.
What's your favorite piece of vinyl that you got?
Oh,
I mean, this was ours growing up, right?
Mine. This is mine. This is mine.
Yeah. How badass does this sound?
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd.
So,
Yeah.
Everyone loves Pink Floyd.
what are
The
your
best artwork.
What are you? Yeah, right. The simplest. So, what's your favorite up here that you got?
Yeah, there is what's it.
You sticking with him?
Yeah.
But that's his first album. When you
He's
show
like
me.
my teacher.
1, 2, 3, quiet.
So this is cool. How'd they get in touch with you to do this? What did they say? Hey, you want to?
They text me. She texts me.
That's so cool.
Can she borrow my records?
Did you see him DJing or something, or did you see him DJing and say, "Do you have vinyl?" Or
Yes, both. Because we know that he have a large collection
Yeah,
of
right,
vinyl,
right,
right?
that's your reputation.
Yeah, maybe
Lucky
just
guy.
share to the people.
Yeah, we use Dynamic Studio on Soy 49, Sukhumvit 49.
We did that several times.
Yeah. I like him and I like Joe and I like the spot. We could park there.
1, 2, 3, quiet.